Hey folks, Brad from Orders from Headquarters. How you doing today? Man, what a great day. It's starting to look like it's going to do some raining this afternoon though. That's a good time to be in my shop and I'm ready to make some sawdust. I had an idea with another Christmas tree and I figured, well, what the heck, we're going to try it. And I know you guys are probably getting tired of Christmas already, and it ain't even started, but the big box stores have that stuff out, so we better get cracking it too. So, if you guys want to see a new project, let me know. If you don't like this one, let me know one way or the other, because I'm fixing on taking these to the craft fair. So, if you don't like it, let me know. So, have y'all ever had a whole bunch of scraps and you couldn't figure out what to do, and they're just cut-offs of things that are like a 1/4 inch by 3/4? And I've already made all my plastic windows stuff that I needed, so I figured, I'm going to see what I can do with these. Well, I got a bunch of stuff left here, and not really sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I got, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. So stand by. As you know, those by the nail gun are the pieces I used for my Christmas trees when I was making those. So I'm going to make another one of those, like I said. But this stuff here is all the scrap that came off of my windows when I was making window boxes to cover up my barn windows. And I had to take it for just this basic scrap to hold the plastic down. So I cut them all into a 1/4 inch strips, and I was using them for around the plastic and the windows to hold the plastic down. So now I have a few of them left, and I was trying to figure out what to do them, because I hate wasting wood. And it's not like, I don't know. I don't really waste wood. It goes to use everywhere. If I don't make something out of it, it's getting burnt in my fireplace. It's fire starter kindling. So here we go. I like to not let my wife have all my kindling. So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out what this board is. It's a 1 by 3.5, and I'm going to make it, and it's 8 inches long. So I'm going to cut that thing in half and get me an 8-inch piece. I'm also going to make another piece just in case that does not work out. So we're going to go 4 inches for the cut on that one, then another 4, so it makes it 8. And I might just, if that's enough, I'll do another one just for fun. 1, 2. So with that being said, I'm going to cut these. And I'm going to cut this one in half. Okay, now that I have my 2 blocks and I have one extra that I may or may not use, I'm not sure, I'm going to take it over to my table. So stand by. So my next measurement's going to be 12 inches. I've already got it marked out, but just to show you, that's 12 inches. And I'm going to cut those little strips. I got 3 or 4 of them, but I'm going to need another set so to do what I need to do. I'm only going to cut them in 3. So the next thing I do is the little square blocks that we cut. I'm going to sand the rough side edges so you can see where they're rough. And I'm going to sand the ends of those little strips that I made, and there's 4 of them on each side, so that's 8 of them that I have to sand. I'm not going to turn my sander on for y'all to hear it. I don't want to sit here and sand all those with you listening. I'm just going to sand them because I do enough sanding at work, and I don't want to bore y'all with that stuff. So once I get those sanded, I'll be right back. So the first thing I'm going to do is take one of the pieces and put a dab of glue on each end. We're going to make a little box out of this, if you can't tell what I'm doing already. So you should end up with something similar to this, like a riser, kind of, sort of. So when you get that part, stand by. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. So I went and found me another board, a 1x4.5 that I'm going to use for the bottom part of this box that I'm making. I'm also leaving it an inch longer than the original, the box that we just made. So it's gonna, the base is gonna be 13 inches on the base of it, because that's gonna allow me to have a 1/2 inch on each side to round over, so it can go all the way around them, around that edge off, so to make it nice and pretty. I'm gonna use a 1/4 inch router when I do that. So with that being said, I'm gonna go take this to my miter saw and I'm gonna cut it, and I will return. So I'm gonna take, I changed my mind, I'm gonna use the 1/2 inch router, and I'm just gonna route around that edge. I'm only gonna do 3 sides of it. I'm not gonna do all 4. And you'll see why in a minute. From now on, I should use something that doesn't roll. But that's what I got on hand right at the moment, because my other desk is kind of full, because I've been doing too much crafting. So now, if you notice, I did three sides, this side, this side, and this side. I'm not going to do the very bottom. I don't really care about the bottom. I want it to sit flat. So with that being said, when I go to put this on, if this is going to be the front, so it's going to look like such. And I'm still going to have that flat in the back, going just like that. Now, I really like that look because, one, other than I have to center this a little better to make sure my edges are right, I like that little bit of an overhang it gives. So, with that, see how you get that overhang right here? You got almost a finger width on each side. It's a 1/2 inch. I don't know, I did that on purpose. I'd planned it that way. I really like it. I mean, I could do the top and leave it like that, but that's not what we're planning on doing. With this box, it's going to be different. It's just really going to be different. Now, you remember I told you I routed all but one side. So, the side that I don't have routed, the flat side, is going to sit on the back ledge of this. So it's going to be like that. So if I did it right, it should leave us a 1/2 inch on either side. So a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch here. Perfect. Now, with that being said, we need to take glue in there. Oop, gotta take my cap off. That would be smart. Smart. Take that hard crusty out of there, because that won't allow it to set up. Throw it on the floor, my janitor will get it when I get done. Okay. Now, I have my glue on the bottom. I'm getting ready. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So, your box should look something similar to this. Now, depending on how fancy we get, I'll show you another trick. Alright, so I put a 1/4 inch route on both sides of the small facing boards, the little strips that we made. I put a 1/2 inch route on the inside where the square's at. This part, the square part here, I did a 1/2 inch on the inside. On this very outside piece, I just did the 1/4 inch again, because I don't want that much hanging out. Get rid of some of that sawdust because we don't need it in there. But you should end up with a box like this. Now, I'm not going to do anything else to this box until I get the next thing that I need. So, stand by. I got to make one of the Christmas trees. So, let's go over and make a tree. Follow me. So, I'm getting ready to take out my mold. I made the Christmas tree, and if you've watched the video before, you've seen me make the jig for this. So I've already nailed it. All I got to do is pull it out of the jig and then put it on our box that we made. So get ready. We're going to pull this out of this jig, and there she goes. And I really like this. I really don't want to put the ribbon going up like I did the last time. I think I'm just going to leave it as the tree. And I'm going to leave it with the gap because I kind of like it with that dark in the background. So, stand by. I'm going to attach this to our box and we'll show you the final display after. Oh yeah, I got to put a star on there too. Man, I am slacking today. But stand by. So as you see, I'm going to drop some glue. I've already dropped 2 drops of glue on. I'm getting ready to put this tree down. I just put my glue in the way. And I'm going to set this tree right on them lines. And then I'm going to brad nail it with 1-inch brads so they don't shoot through. See how that looks? There we go. Now all I gotta do is put the stars on it and she'll be all set. Sweet. I need to do a little sanding too, apparently, because I can see a few little stragglers I left. Alright, I'm gonna end up going over and making a drill the hole in for the top. I'm gonna drill an 1/8 inch hole right there, use my little skewers, and put me in a star. So stand by. Now, I'm gonna give you an extra bonus. I did another one. I made one with a little snowman I cut out and one with a different style Christmas tree. Now, I like doing these. It's too much. It needs something up in here, and I haven't figured out because I don't like the all solid. I use like a siding. I turned my fence into like a siding. I cut little notches so it would just sit right on top of the other, but it doesn't leave enough light through. I either need to drill some little holes, put some lights in it. I got to do something with it, but I haven't figured out quite yet. And I want to paint the snowman. So I have 2 different versions going. And I really like the light. I like the airier one better. I wanted to try something different. And I still might try it with the spiral tree as well, because I have plenty of scraps to go around. So stand by. So as you see, I'm going to drop some glue. I've already dropped 2 drops of glue on. I'm getting ready to put this tree down. I just put my glue in the way. And I'm going to set this tree right on them lines. And then I'm going to brad nail it with 1-inch brads so they don't shoot through. See how that looks? There we go. Now all I gotta do is put the stars on it and she'll be all set. Sweet. I need to do a little sanding too, apparently, because I can see a few little stragglers I left. Alright, I'm going to end up going over and making a drill the hole in for the top. I'm going to drill an 1/8 inch hole right there, use my little skewers, and put me in a star. So stand by. Now, I'm going to give you an extra bonus. I did another one. I made one with a little snowman I cut out, and one with a different style Christmas tree. Now, I like doing these. It's too much. It needs something up in here, and I haven't figured out because I don't like the all solid. I use like a siding. I turned my fence into like a siding. I cut little notches so it would just sit right on top of the other, but it doesn't leave enough light through. I either need to drill some little holes, put some lights in it. I got to do something with it, but I haven't figured out quite yet. And I want to paint the snowman, so I have two different versions going. And I really like the light. I like the airier one better. I wanted to try something different, and I still might try it with the spiral tree as well, because I have plenty of scraps to go around. So stand by.